and welcome back to your 30-day wellness challenge with Abby. I'm Abby, and today we are on day 5, create more length. So yesterday on day 4, we focused on finding alignment, and today we're going to bring back that alignment, but also while focusing on finding more length. But first, let's close our eyes. Bring your hands together. Let's find our breath and let's listen to our body. Our eyes are gently closed and we are at prayer. Let's check in where we might be feeling some tightness. And as we take our deep breaths, let's focus on releasing that tension, releasing that tightness. Remember, with taking deep breaths, you're still in prayer. Remember, with taking those deep breaths, it's a really good breathing exercise to inhale to 4, exhale to 4. That will keep the racing thoughts away, and also you're matching your breath. So you know that you're taking that deep inhale and deep exhale. So still in prayer, finding our breath, checking in where we might be feeling some tightness, and let your breath release that tightness and that tension. So go ahead and give a dedication to your practice. Send out love, send out good energy. And now let's get started. So with alignment, on day 4, yesterday, I mentioned how to find those sits bones and then to look at your side and make sure that your rib cage is stacked right above your hips. So again, we are going to find that same alignment when we're in the seated pose. You can always go to your chair and find that same alignment on your chair as well. But right now, I want you to take a moment, look at your rib cage, look at your hips, press those sits bones into your mat or wherever you're sitting. Maybe you're on your blanket right now. But find that alignment and then drive those shoulders down, squeeze those shoulder blades together, and then lengthen your spine by lifting the crown of your head. Give that little tuck to your chin and then keep finding more length throughout your spine. And maybe gently close your eyes here. And just feel how that opens up, and it almost feels like you're letting your spine breathe as you keep lengthening and pressing up. And then draw your navel in and slightly up to give your lower back really good support here. So here in our comfortable seated pose, we are finding more length throughout our spine and throughout our back. So keep lifting the crown of your head up to the ceiling. And I like to gently close my eyes here as I find more length, as I lift through the crown of my head. So keep finding more length here in your seated pose. You're inhaling to 4, exhaling to 4. Keep drawing those shoulders down and squeezing those shoulder blades together. And let's check in with our jaw, check in with our forehead. Let's make sure that they're staying relaxed as well. And if your eyes are closed, let them be gently closed. Let's create some just overall calmness throughout our face here. And that includes keeping the muscles in our jaw relaxed as you find more length throughout your spine in this seated pose. All right, let's hold this for one more deep breath. And as you exhale, we're going to come to our table. Remember, the hands are right underneath the shoulders. I'm going to move my blanket aside here. Your knees are at hip distance apart. We're just going to roll through a couple of cat and cows, warm up our spine some more, drop the belly down, bring the head forward, take your inhale here in your cow pose, and then as you exhale, lengthen by drawing your navel in and arching your back up. And go ahead and slowly rock forward and back. So create some space throughout your spine here, and then slowly drop back down to your cow pose. Okay, you can either roll through a couple more cat and cows, or you can curl your toes under and push back to your downward facing dog. In downward facing dog, this is definitely a pose where you're finding more length. You're rooting down, driving those heels down to your mat. Your fingers are spread out wide, and you're driving your chest to your knees. You're lifting your tailbone up to the ceiling or up to the sky if you're outside, of course. So keep finding more length throughout your back, letting your neck be relaxed, pedaling out your feet. And now we're going to gaze at our hands as we inhale, and as you exhale, slowly step your feet to your hands. I'm going to turn to the side. We're going to slowly roll up like a rag doll, and we're going to come to a mountain pose. So here in mountain pose, we're going to release down to a low mountain. The shoulders are down away from our ears again. Our shoulder blades are squeezing together. All corners of our feet are pressing firmly into our mat, and then we're lifting through the crown of our head to find more length throughout our spine here. Again, look at your alignment. Rib cage is right above your hips. Feet hip distance apart, so all of our joints are stacked to protect them. And then we keep lifting. Little buggy out here today. Keep lifting through the crown of your head up to the ceiling here as the shoulders drop down. Let's hold this pose for a couple more deep breaths. Remember, we're inhaling to 4, we're exhaling to 4. We're using that breathing exercise to really deepen each pose, each stretch. So holding this for one more deep breath, and then let's come up to that high mountain. Here we're finding more length with reaching through the fingertips, dropping those shoulders down. We're still lifting the crown of our head, but make sure that your abdomen stays engaged to find more length. We're here for one more deep breath, and as you exhale, arms release down as the chin drops down to your chest. Let's do that again. Reach all the way up through the fingertips as the shoulders drop down. Inhale, gaze up. Exhale, arms slowly release down as the chin drops down to your chest. Let's gently walk our gaze back. We're going to move into star pose next. So feet are going to be pointed towards the corners of your mat. And look again. Rib cage is stacked right above the hips. You're lifting the crown of your head up to the ceiling with a gentle tuck of your chin. You're engaging your abdomen by drawing the navel in and slightly up. Again, you're finding more length here by stacking your joints and having good alignment. All right, we're going to cartwheel our arms to the left to begin. So inhale up, exhale, cartwheel your arms and come to the left knee, right palm on top. We're going to hold this for one more deep breath here. And then as you exhale, find length by cartwheeling your arms all the way to your right knee, left palm on top. Hold here for one deep breath. And as you exhale, arms, big arms. Whoop. Be careful not to go backwards. So all corners of your feet are pressing firmly into your mat. So go ahead and cartwheel your arms all the way down now to your left shin or to your left knee. Keep listening to your body and do what feels comfortable for you. Right palm on top. We're here for one more deep breath. And as you exhale, cartwheel your arms. All corners of your feet are pressing firmly into your mat so you're not falling backwards. Left palm on top. We're here at the right shin. We're holding here for one more deep breath. And as you exhale, find length here as you cartwheel, 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 cartwheel all the way to your left ankle. Or maybe you're at the shin or the knee, but fight for that left ankle, driving your chest towards that left leg. We're here for one more deep breath, and as you exhale, find more length as you cartwheel the arms, cartwheel, cartwheel, all the way down to the right ankle, left palm on top. Hold this for one more deep breath, and as you exhale, come back to your star pose. Yay, I'm a star. All right, inhale, gaze up, and as you exhale, you're gonna swan dive, leading with your chest, all the way down to forward fold. Now, as you come down, you're gonna point your toes forward. I'm gonna come and do the side view of this. So here, we are released all the way down for like a side forward fold. So drop your chin towards your chest as you drive your head down to your mat. So find more length here every time you drive your head down to your mat. This is where the block can be really handy. This is where the chair can be really handy. Maybe you're coming down this far, but what the most important is, hinging at your waist. I'm hinging at my waist, and I'm driving my chest down. I'm taking the arch out of my back here. So you do what works best for you, and then let's slowly roll up like a rag doll. All right, let's come to the front of our mat again. We're gonna find some length now in tree pose. So our hands are gonna come to prayer at heart center. We're gonna put our weight onto our right foot. We're gonna kickstand the left foot out. The right leg is engaged, our quad, our hamstring, our glute, and then we come to our abdomen. Draw the navel in and up. Lift the crown of your head up towards the ceiling. Hands are pressing firmly together. Now stay right here in your tree pose, or maybe you come to your shin, or maybe you come to your inner thigh. So the left foot is pressing firmly into the right leg. Your right leg is pressing back into that left foot. Stay right here in prayer, or slowly come all the way up to grow your branches. Now, to find more length in tree pose, keep lifting the crown of your head up to the ceiling and keep your core engaged. Now, maybe your tree has found a little breeze, and maybe the arms are swaying side to side. You do whatever you need to do to keep finding this balance posture and keep finding more length. Like I said, maybe you're in kickstand, maybe you're at your shin or your inner thigh. And if you're losing your balance, like clearly I'm starting to, the arms might find the breeze. All right, let's hold this pose for one more deep breath. And as you exhale, hands come back to prayer at heart center, left knee forward, left foot down. Shake out that right ankle. We're gonna move the weight onto our left foot now, and we're gonna kickstand the right foot. Hands come back to prayer at heart center. So you might find that you balance easier on one leg versus the other. So just make sure that you're listening to what feels most comfortable for you, of course. But let's engage that left leg. Left quad, glute, and now draw your navel in and slightly up to engage your abdomen. Lift the crown of your head up to the ceiling. Stay right here in kickstand, or come to your shin, or maybe come to your inner thigh. So the right foot is now pressing into the left leg. Left leg is pressing back into the right foot. Maybe you're finding a wall and placing your hand on a wall to help you here in this balanced posture. Maybe your chair is even closer and you're able to put your hand, it's hard to talk about this and do the posture or the pose at the same time. Maybe you're finding the back of your chair to help you with this balanced posture. So just make sure that you're utilizing everything you need to make this a successful pose. So you can stay right here in prayer, or you can slowly bring your arms up. Now you can always gaze up towards the ceiling or towards your fingertips if you'd like to challenge yourself even more in this tree pose. But you are finding more length as you lift the crown of your head and you keep that left leg engaged. We're here for one more deep breath. And as you exhale, come back to prayer at heart center, right knee forward, right foot down. Shake out that left ankle and left foot. All right, we're gonna slowly come back down to have a seat on our mat. So we end today as we gently close our eyes again. And we notice how our back and our neck feel by creating more length. So find that length again by lifting the crown of your head up and dropping the shoulders down and squeezing the shoulder blades together. So keeping your eyes gently closed, you're still focusing on breath here. Bring your hands to prayer at heart center. And think about your dedication, sending out love, sending out good energy, but then also thinking about how you can find more length as you sit, as you stand, as you stretch. What are some daily tasks that you do where you can find more length? So let's make sure that we end our practice with namaste. Namaste. But with that, I invite you to write a goal in your notebook today. That includes finding more length. Just like I said, what task could you do that you're able to have better alignment while creating more length as you're doing that task? Is it something that you're doing at work? Is it something that you're doing at home, maybe while driving? What are some daily activities that you're doing that you can find more length in? Give your neck and back a little break. So you're finding length, but you're also, like I said yesterday, what is your alignment like? Is your rib cage staying stacked right above your hips? Are you stacking your joints? I invite you to write down some goals in your notebook today that involve finding more length and keeping that good alignment. Thank you for joining me on day 5. And if you are liking my videos, like I've said previous, make sure that you hit subscribe. Thank you.